tough matchup tonight. We could very well end up facing these guys in the postseason. So it's important to learn what we can and show them we're not about to back down. If we get it done here, it'll give us that much more confidence if we see them again. The stakes are raising every day at this point, so I better man up.
Welcome to 2K Sports presentation of the NBA, but the bad news is there is no basketball, there is no NBA. The game has been canceled. Ha-ha! Happy April Fool's Day, baby! This is the NBA, and we've got a great one in store. Just over 3.5 minutes gone here in the first. Now, here's Schroeder. He's guarded closely. And Teague, here we go. And stolen by James. Moving it up. Here's Freak. Returned to Cleveland last year.
Yeah, he got off to a bit of a slow start. He had some nagging-type injuries, but things turned around, and LeBron was eventually able to get the clubhouse atmosphere where he wanted.
Freak kicks to James. Here's Dellavedova. Teague covering. The wide open look for Love. That's his 4th basket of the game, and he's only taken 4 shots. Off to a good start. The Hawks trail by 14. Schroeder kicks it to Bazemore. Pass to Schroeder. Splitter sets a screen. Shot off the screen. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. Schroeder's got his first 2 points. Now here's Freak. He's guarded by Schroeder. Freak kicks to Dellavedova. It's a pick by Love. Right side jumper. Clock at 6. Scott against James. The leader falls for it. That was a difficult shot.
It's taken them no time to build this lead up. Great first quarter offensively.
But no time to relax here. They've got to keep the pressure. Pressure on with the defense, and I think they've got to try to put this one away early.
The 15-footer. Scott can't get it to go. The Cavaliers leading by 14. A drive by Shumpert. To the middle. It's stolen by Teague. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Splitter with a screen on Shumpert. Schroeder passes to Splitter. And stolen by Love. And here we go. Fast break. Oh!
Almost intimidating the defense there. They didn't even try to get back on defense.
Well, I don't think it would have mattered even if they did try to get back, Greg. I mean, there was no way anybody was going to beat him to the bucket there.
That Kia Slam Cam replay really gave you a good look at the action. Teague drives in. Sweet little floater.
Guys, that time you went for the fancy finish for us there, man. That was sweet.
From deep. No good on that last second attempt there. And after just... And a chance now to hear from Paul Millsap talking about the confidence of his team.
attitude approaching the game.
Greg, it's got to be more than just attitude, right? I mean, different look here. Splitter is checked in for Horford. Mike Scott comes in for Cephalosha. Kent Bazemore is checked in for Kyle Korver. And Dennis Schroeder subbed in for Jeff Teague. And the Cavaliers will go with a different look here. LeBron's checked in for Love. Shumpert comes in for Richard Jefferson. Matthew Dellavedova has checked in for J.R. Smith. And Freak subbed in for Irving. So on the floor for Cleveland. Freak, he's in at the point. LeBron and Thompson are up front. Matthew Dellavedova is out there with Iman Shumpert. 2 summers ago, all anyone could talk about was LeBron James and the return to Cleveland.
I mean, you couldn't write that stuff, Kevin. I mean, it was unbelievable, the storyline. I mean, after all the acrimony between LeBron and the ownership as well as the fans. But you know what? He said it best. He truly is back where he belongs.
He's home.
Yes.
He's home. Okay, well, let's check in with Doris Burke reporting from our sideline in this game. Doris, take it away.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Nets had a difficult game. He picked up 5 points and he made them pay for their fouls, putting up a good amount of his totals from the line. A trend sort of developing now. It's been a streak of less than stellar games. These are hard sometimes to break out of, and we'll be watching to see him try to do just that, Kevin.
You're bringing it, Doris. Thank you so much. Thanks for that report. And I know, guys, he was pretty disappointed in that performance.
You know, would have been a lot easier for him to digest if they had somehow managed to win the game. But the disappointment really hits home when you struggle like he did, and that leads directly to a loss.
There's no doubting that. I mean, he's never going to shy away from the responsibility that comes with being a leader.
The drive by Shumpert. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
And, you know, for LeBron, he knew he had his work cut out for him in Cleveland. A younger team, unseasoned in the playoffs. They had to remake the roster a bit and gain that experience.
And LeBron and the Cavs, I think they'll have a chance to bring that long-awaited championship to the city of Cleveland. But LeBron's return was bigger than basketball. He said it was about hope and inspiring his home state, and no doubt that was accomplished in his first year.
And he can't hit the second.
And Paul Millsap, guys, the only player to lead the NCAA in rebounding 3 straight seasons back in college. A former second-round pick, was kind of slept on, but now clearly making his mark in the NBA.
Here's Bazemore. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
You know, even though they're behind, I love the job they've been doing getting to the free throw line.
We always like it when you're aggressive and not settle.
Greg, you were talking about Millsap's ferocious rebounding. He battles inside, but Clark, he is so skilled.
Yeah, he's just really a good all-around basketball player. He can pass, handle, step out, and hit the 3. Very, very versatile. He makes an impact on the game a lot of ways.
There's a good screen, and there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
Yeah, good call there. I mean, feet clearly moving when he set the screen.
And he lowered the shoulder, too. I mean, they were going to get him there one way or the other. I mean, that was an easy call.
Now, here's Schroeder. A look at his stats. He averages a bit over 8 points a game. To the inside, here's Splitter.
Yeah, the defender all over him.
Greg, he got him good there. I mean, that's why the shot was so far off.
First trip to the line for him here.
Yeah, he's at 81% from the line, and when we've had a chance to see him, he's had great form and continues to look confident.
You know, one thing about getting going at the free throw line like he has this season, it can continue to carry over.
Here's Freak. And he uses the glass on the layup.
And they are trying to put the hammer down, attacking the rim whenever they can.
A dominating first half of basketball, and so far. And as we welcome you back, we begin our second half. So far, not a tightly contested game, guys, but you know anything. And the Hawks will go for a different look here. Splitter is checked in for Horford. Humphries comes in for Paul Millsap. Kent Bazemore is checked in for Kyle Korver. And it's Teague in for Dennis Schroeder. And the Cavaliers will go with a different look here. Jefferson's checked in for Thompson. Iman Shumpert has come in for LeBron. Matthew Dellavedova has checked in for J.R. Smith. And Freak subbed in for Irving. Chris Humphries is out there with Splitter. Then there's Kent Bazemore. Then it's Thabo Sefolosha. And it's Teague in at the 1. So that's the lineup for Atlanta. Splitter it to Bazemore. The Hawks working the ball around. And Cleveland the other way now. They're coming off that win against the Nets.
And how about the game plan that was constructed for that one? I mean, it was apparent how powerless the D was to stop it.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. I mean, they just didn't have an answer for anything they threw at them.
Teague with the ball. Now guarded by Shumpert. Teague against Shumpert. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Teague. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Teague's got 7 points.
How good is that? I mean, he can make a defender look foolish at times.
Now here's Freak. He's guarded closely. 1:12 left in the third quarter of the game. Dellavedova dishes to Jefferson. Rebound Atlanta. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to the Raptors.
Guys, it was like there was a lid on the basket in that game. No matter how many plays you make at the defensive end, hard to overcome such a lack of production offensively.
Well, you know, the high-quality shots were few and far between for them, guys, and they have nobody to blame but themselves for that. You've got to do a better job of working harder to put up points.
The 3 from Sefolosha. That's good. Sefolosha's got 10 points here in the second half.
And really the scoring this quarter has been just off the charts, doing all he can to bring them back.
Here's Love, and it's blocked. And that's out of bounds. Cleveland will retain possession. Atlanta making some changes. And then for Atlanta, Millsap comes in for Mike Scott. And it's Korver in for Dennis Schroeder. Cleveland also making some changes. Thompson, he's checked in for Iman Shumpert. Smith comes in for Matthew Dellavedova. And Freak subbed in for Mo Williams. So on the floor for Cleveland, J.R. Smith and LeBron at the 2 and 3. Kevin Love out there with Tristan Thompson. And it's Freak in at the point. And to look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Cavaliers.
The mid-range that you've seen from them about as good as it gets. And there has not been a drop-off in the second half.
Something else you like to see is how well they've shot their free throws tonight.
And now Doris Burke has an update from the sidelines.
Yes, guys, Mike Budenholzer had some words for his team. He said, listen, fellas, I know you're tired, but we can't coast. We've got to go harder. The win's in sight. We've got to power through it and go get it. Guys, pretty inspirational stuff.
1:05 left here in the fourth quarter. LeBron outside. The screen from Thompson. James outside.
Move the ball. It's sticking too much.
From past the arc. Horford with the rebound.
He's been wayward and just off on about everything he's put up in this period.
Teague drives in. Off target with the free throw line, Jay.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
Smith the pass to Freak. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. He hits the first one, and that stretches their lead to 8.
Freak taking 2 shots.
And so both free throws are good. And it's a 9-point ball game here.
Clutch free throws there. That should ensure they're going home with the W.
You other guys, as soon as the shot goes up, crash the glass.
.29 seconds left to play here in the fourth. And once again off the mark by Atlanta.
Boy, that's a surprising miss right there. He usually feasts on those wide open opportunities.
From 10 feet out, Thompson sets the pick for Shumpert. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle on a lot of contact there.
Shooting for Atlanta, Iman Shumpert.
Good on the first, and that'll push the lead to double digits. Second free throw, no good that time. He really wanted that one.
Boy, his hands weren't the steadiest at the line that time, but that was all they needed to put a cap on this one.
So we see the Cavaliers taking the win here. A solid win on the road for them. This building was dead silent, but
Good win.
Thank you, Kevin.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Thank you, Kevin. And now let's move on to the presentation. Kyrie Irving. He had a nice surge to start the second half, hitting his first 3 shots.
I can't imagine a player having a better night from the field than he had tonight. His shooting percentage was off the charts. He used every trick in the book to get those high percentage shots. He shot from every direction, and there was a little bit of luck here and there, but he...
And that'll do it for tonight. For Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, Kevin Harlan, and our illustrious 2K Sports crew, this is Ernie Johnson. Have a good night, everybody.
Yeah, send him in. Cece.
Hey, how are you?
Good to see you again.
My pleasure.
Freak. Great game last night.
That's what I do, right?
Indeed. Have a seat. Pagnotti.
How you doing?
Thought you'd be selling used cars by now.
Funny, comedian. I thought you would have invested in some new clothes, being a team owner and all. I see you still rocking that Goodwill look.
Freak, what are you hanging around with this guy for? You know he's bad company, right?
Got no choice. He helps me pay the bills. Plus, our mother loves him.
Thank you all for coming by on such short notice.
You're welcome.
So you know why we're here, right?
Not really.
You want to negotiate an extension for Freak, right?
Well, since you mentioned it, your client is quickly becoming a liability for this organization.
We've already put a plan in place that's going to address all your concerns and issues.
Let me finish. Thank you. Myself, the front office, and the coaches are not satisfied with the adjustments you've made in your life off the court. I personally warned you about the company you keep, and we're fed up with the late nights and showing up late to shoot-arounds and the bad press and the incident at the nightclub. I told you Vic was going to be your downfall, and I was right. This is any longer.
If this is about that Twitter stuff, Vic was playing. Okay, it was a joke.
It's not about that. It's everything.
Like I told you before, Vic is my best friend. I can't just cut him off. He's practically family.
Not really.
What exactly are you trying to say?
I'm not trying to say anything, Dom. I'm saying it. Freak and his friend Vic are a problem for me and this organization. And I called you in here to figure out how we all together fix this problem. And right now, I'm only seeing one solution.
I agree that Freak may need to make some adjustments in his personal life off the court.
Yvette, please.
Cece.
Yvette.
Where's Dom?
I had him call you.
Why?
I'm gonna cut right to the chase. My brother is deeply in love with you. And I'm ready to put our differences aside if you are.
Really?
On a string.
I'm with it.
Team Freak.
Team Freak.
All right, so if you're going to be down with the team, I got to show you the dap.
The dap.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, like this.
Oh.
1, 2, 3, shoot. Swish.
Swish.
Yeah. Again.
Like.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Okay. 1, 2, 3, swish.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Like that.
Cool, right?
Yeah.
Can't believe the regular season's done. Some of those games I could barely remember. But we did it. We made the playoffs. And tonight, I make my postseason debut. I wasn't sure I'd be here as a rookie, but I can't wait to see what this team can do. Like KG said, anything's possible. So let's go chase that title.
certain position.
You can taste the excitement here in the Quicken Loans Arena. Welcome, everyone. The regular season is in the books. The battle for the East begins. Round one, game one. Hi, this is Kevin Harlan. Mozgov, he's checked in for Tristan Thompson. Iman Shumpert has come in for Kevin Love. Matthew Dellavedova has checked in for J.R. Smith. And Freak subbed in for Irving. So an almost entirely new group in now for Charlotte. Zeller, he's checked in for Jefferson. Michael Kidd-Gilchrist comes in for Nicholas Batum. Jeremy Lamb's checked in for Courtney Lee. And it's Jeremy Lin in for Kemba Walker. And Charlotte, looking at who they've got. Kidd-Gilchrist and Williams are at the forward spots. Jeremy Lin is out there with Jeremy Lamb. And it's Zeller in the center position.
Boy, what a slick job of passing from Jeremy Lin on that one.
Freak with it. Passes it to Shumpert. And looks like the illegal pick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
And the idea of setting the screen on that play was right, but just poor execution.
Yeah, it just can't be a hard screen at all costs. There is a legality to how you set a screen, so you've got to be inside of both lines, legal and hard.
Hornets leading by 5. And here is Lin. Williams a screen. Lin dishes to Williams. Charlotte gets it back. Here's the 3. And Jeremy Lamb, the bucket on the assist by Zeller. Lamb's got 5 points so far. Kicks to Dellavedova. Pass to LeBron. From deep three-point range. No good. Now the fast break. Lamb with the ball. Williams with a clean look. Another miss by Williams. The scoring fast and furious. Recently, we sat down with Freak to discuss his NBA future as a free agent this offseason. You know, Clark, it sounds like he hasn't ruled out the possibility of exploring his options.
And I'd agree with you, Kevin, and nor should he. I mean, free agency is a big decision, but it's also a huge opportunity for any player. One of the greatest opportunities a player can have in his career, so I think it makes sense, and it's proven to take your time, evaluate your options, and see where you think you might want to land.
And we welcome you back to our presentation of Game 1. All right, we'll take a look now at how the points have been generated so far. Here's James. 9 points in the game so far. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Doris Burke. Hey, Doris.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Pistons wasn't happy with how he played. He notched a few points and had active hands on the defensive side of things as well, coming up with some key steals. One of the concerns of the coaching staff is that this isn't an isolated incident. Now with a growing number of week games, he says he's ready for a turnaround right here, right now. We'll see if he does just that, Kevin.
Okay, Doris, thanks for the report. Guys, do you think we'll see a better game here tonight?
I hope so. I mean, for his sake. And I think we will. I mean, he's a tough player. That won't bring him down. It'll only fuel his fire.
You can count on it. I mean, that's what I think. Coming off a game like that will make him work all that much harder today.
Williams against Shumpert. Here's Dellavedova. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Lamb with the ball. Now guarded by Shumpert. Zeller against Mozgov. Zeller passes to Kidd-Gilchrist. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. And here on the 2K leaderboard are the leading three-point shooting teams from the regular season. Second, the Cavaliers.
Boy, this team has an awful lot of confidence, Kevin, from behind the three-point line. I think in large measure because they have multiple three-point shooters. They don't have to rely on 1 or 2 guys. They've got a number of capable three-point shooters, and that gives you confidence as a team.
And he's good on the second. 1:05 left to play in the first half. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, I mean, a cold stretch offensively. They desperately need a basket.
Freak kicks to LeBron. Ball's knocked loose and stolen by Zeller. Shumpert against Lamb. The pass to Lamb. Now the dish to Zeller. Takes it up with both hands and rips it down.
And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came upright with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
That's exactly the way to do it too, Kevin. Go hard to the bucket and don't let them set up the defense.
And with that, the Hornet lead is cut down to just 6 points with the basket from Iman Shumpert. The Hornets have gotten 7 of their 12 field goal attempts to drop here in the second quarter, up over 50%. Up top, Lynn. He's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. Mozgov with the block. On up the court with 1 on the clock. And they're going to count the bucket and send him to the line. It could be a three-point play.
Wow, that's a really smooth finish.
That's why we and they always love seeing him at the end of those breaks. He makes it look fun and easy.
For Cleveland, they have gone a perfect 7 of 7 from the line tonight. And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that has been very close.
I'm here with Kevin.
Welcome back as we get set to continue our big group substitution here for Cleveland. Mozgov, he's checked in for Thompson. Shumpert comes in for LeBron. Matthew Dellavedova has checked in for J.R. Smith. And Freak subbed in for Irving. So an almost entirely new group in now for Charlotte. Zeller, he's checked in for Jefferson. Kidd-Gilchrist comes in for Williams. Lamb, he's checked in for Nicholas Batum. And it's Jeremy Lin in for Courtney Lee. On the floor for Charlotte, we've got Jeremy Lamb, Michael Kidd-Gilchrist out there with Zeller, and there's Kemba Walker, and it's Lynn in at the shooting guard position. And a breakdown here, guys, the hustle stats for Charlotte.
Their high-energy defensive effort has paid off for them, guys, with more than a few steals over the course of the ball game.
Yeah, and also the way they've been able to generate points off of the turnover that they forced tonight has also helped.
Here's Shumpert. Knocks down the three ball. Shumpert's got his second basket of the night.
Their three-point percentage has taken a big leap here in this second half.
And their lasers are starting to do their thing. I mean, that's going to be the ticket for them the rest of the way.
And a wide open look for Lynn. That falls. Nice feed that time from Walker. Walker's got his 5th assist in this one. Freak kicks to Mozgov. It's deflected. Down low. There's Freak. And again, it's Cleveland. 52 seconds left in the third quarter. Charlotte leading by 3. Outside, Walker. Inside, here's Lynn. The shot will not go. Nice D from Freak. To the paint, Kidd-Gilchrist with the steal.
They have a 2-for-1 situation if they go quick.
Yeah, I don't think they have to rush, though, Greg. Just need to find a good shot this time.
Cleveland's gone into the three-point range 4 times since halftime and buried 2 of them.
Well, that's certainly not who I expected to corral that rebound.
And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
Yeah, easy call.
Yeah, you can hear the smack all the way over here where we are.
These are his 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game. Free throw good. Michael Kidd-Gilchrist. Cavaliers making a switch here. So after making the first, he goes 1 for 2. The Cavaliers trail by 4. Here's Freak. First trip to the line for him here.
Taking 2 shots.
And he makes the first.
All right.
guys. Keep it up.
And both free throws good from Freak. Now here's Walker, guarded closely. From deep. And no good trying to get that one. And as we finish the third quarter. And we're back to the action here. A different look now for Cleveland. Love comes in for J.R. Smith. And Freak subbed in for Matthew Dellavedova. The Hornets also changing it up. Michael Kidd-Gilchrist is checked in for Williams. Lamb comes in for Nicholas Batum. And it's Jeremy Lin in for Courtney Lee. LeBron and Love are the talented pair at the 4 position. Freak is out there with Kyrie Irving. And it's Thompson in at the 5, down low. That's the 5 for Cleveland right now. Doris Burke.
Listen in on what Steve Clifford was going over with his team. He was riding them pretty hard for the number of silly fouls they've committed in this game. He said, listen, we need to have some defensive discipline. Stop biting on the shot fakes, stop reaching in, and stop giving them 3 points at the free throw line. We'll see if they'll respond, guys.
Just a fantastic game for Thompson. 11 rebounds, and he's been a good on-the-ball defender, too. He's got a pair of steals.
Yeah, he's just made a lot of very heads-up plays, and his defense really has been a difference maker.
And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for Cleveland.
Guys have done a nice job of drawing countless fouls in this game, and as a result, they've gotten a ton of points at the line.
And also, guys, they take a lot of pride in their ability to rebound the basketball, especially on the offensive end.
So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 4-point ball game.
And those free throws will mean a ton now. It makes it a 2-possession game.
Walker with a clean look, and he gets that one to go off the front iron. A big buck.
Take them out of the equation. Make those fans be quiet.
And they need something to cheer about again, and soon.
Lee against Smith.
Move the ball. Sticking too much.
Feeds to Freak. Just 5 to shoot. And another miss by Cleveland.
They get that one, but guys, on the night, that's been the problem, securing the ball.
They've been out-hustled. At this point, hard to see them recovering from that.
Here's Jefferson, and foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2.
Had a foul to give there, but you better not having cost your team points.
I agree. I mean, you would have been better off using it on the floor and not on the shot. But the foul had to come either way, so it is what it is.
So he gets them both.
Clutch free throws there, fellas. This one's a barn burner. Tight as me in an airport laboratory.
Here's Smith. Good.
They don't get any bigger than that basket.
They needed it, Greg, and he gave it to them.
And it's the Hornets ball. Here's Walker, plenty of space. And it's Freak with the rebound.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. LeBron with it. Williams picks him up. Williams against LeBron. Freak sets a screen for James.
It's close, but, didn't get on balance quick enough.
Yeah, and as quick as players are at this level, in this day and age, I mean, you've got to be perfect in your anticipation to draw the charge.
He's off on the free throw and able to get that second one to drop in.
If we can't get the ball in, we have another timeout. Use it if you need it.
Three-pointer would be huge right now.
Boy, a chance to tie it up with the game on the line. This is what we live for. I want to see what happens right here.
They foul intentionally. That's what they have to do at this point.
And you know what? Smart foul. You got to try and extend the game.
Sure. It's not over. The clock is as much a problem for them as the score is right now, so they've got to try to manage it.
2 shots.
Shoot 2. Shoot 2.
Good on the first, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. So he gets them both, and it's a 5-point game.
That ought to do it. I think any chance for a miracle comeback just went out the window with those freebies.
Lee outside, off target with that shot. And so it's Cleveland winning this one. A pretty good feeling right now for them to be out in front like this in the series.
You know, Kevin, momentum so critical. And you know they'll want to ride this wave into game 2.
And time now to go courtside as we send you over to Doris Burke from the sideline. Doris?
LeBron, you have plenty.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Kevin, much appreciated. And now let's present our Jordan Player of the Game, LeBron James. What'd you like about his performance, Shaq?
Starting up.
And that will wrap up this round 1 broadcast of the NBA playoffs on 2K Sports. For Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal, I'm Ernie Johnson, and we'll see you again as the NBA playoffs continue.
I know money isn't everything to you, freak, and I find it hard to say this, but I've grown to respect that in you. You're a man of conviction. But it's my responsibility to point out the consequences of that way of thinking. Now, for you, winning is everything, but winning isn't something you could do alone. It requires excellent, or at the very least, competent coaching, contributing teammates, and God willing, good health. And we all know that's not a guarantee. Now, the reality is you're not in control of any of those other factors, but if you, as the star player, fail to win and deliver a championship,
Hello. Okay, well, I'd like to thank everyone for coming here today. I especially like to thank God, my Lord and Savior, my family, my agent, Mr. Don Pagnotti, twin sister and manager, Cece, my lady. Thank you guys for all your support. It is for this reason above all, I've decided to go to the Cleveland Cavaliers.
shot. Good choice.
Talent they have on that team, they can win a championship this year.
You think so? And you know what that means?
I'm gonna get
Cha-ching.
I love it.
I know.
Yes, my man. All right, son. Congratulations.
I've been running.
3 letters. M-A-X, baby.
Dom we trust, baby.
Dom we trust.
Let me see this contract.
Let
Let me see this contract.
I'll be right back. I gotta call finally. Yo, fool, where you been? I've been trying to call you.
Mr. Freak?
Yo, who's this?
This is Officer Vasquez with the 9th.
Sis, all started here.
Yep, right here in the dome.
Yeah, when I was all about living the dream. Yeah. I know it'll be some nightmares.
As Daddy always says, all that glitters ain't gold.
Salutations, I am Sharonis Jackson, portraying the role of Frequency Vibrations, AKA Freak. I am from the Inland Empire, California, Philadelphia born, just showing love to everybody out there. That's an F-O-F.
Hello, world. It's your boy Wade Wilson, AKA Big Van Leah. Bye.
Welcome to your second NBA season. Now that your career is progressing and your brand is growing, you will be challenged with managing increasing demands off the court. In between games, you'll have decisions to make on how to spend your off days. Will you refine your skill on the court and work on increasing your attributes in live practices? Do you want to earn fame and extra money by partnering with global brands? Or would you rather establish personal connections with some of the game's most influential personalities, which bring with them a variety of rewards? The choice is yours. It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, basketball fans. Welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports, along with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. I'm Ernie Johnson. Our game tonight featuring the Cleveland Cavaliers as they go up against the Miami Heat. For the Heat, a win tonight would bring them to 3-0 on the young season. What a start that would be for them. They've looked awfully good in those first 2 wins. And guys, we'll get to see Freak play in this one. He was one of the bigger names in college, jumped to the NBA after 1 year. Shaq, You left early as well. How hard of a decision was it to leave school?
Well, it's never an easy decision. Each person has different reasons why they want to leave. Financial responsibilities, just getting tired. In my case, the Hack-a-Shaq was created. I was getting beat up too much, and I heard my main man Dick Vitale say if Shaq leaves, he'll be the #1 pick. So I didn't want to go back, get hurt, and possibly drop.
Yeah.
Let's meet your Cleveland Cavaliers starting lineup at the
Here on 2K Sports with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg. This is Kevin Harlan. Doris Burks on the sideline as well. The Cleveland for the Cavaliers. And a new group in for the Heat. Amari Stoudemire is checked in for Whiteside. Johnson comes in for Chris Bosh. Winslow's checked in for Luol Deng. And it's Richardson in for Dwayne Wade. On the court for the Heat, Winslow is out there with Johnson. Then there's Richardson. Then there's Dragic. And it's Stoudemire in at center.
Boy, with an open look like that, he is so gifted. Man, you've got to play better defense. Eventually, he's going to make you pay.
Yeah, you can see he's still in rhythm, even though he misses that one. Almost always deadly when he's that open.
Shot clock at 6. Shumpert dishes to Dellavedova. Fires it up. And unable there to get the go-ahead bucket. The Heat have gone 6 of 12 from the field here in the first quarter. It's Dragic with the drive. Winslow the pass to Johnson. Knocks it loose. Freak with it. Unloads from 13. Amari Stoudemire with the rebound. 1:22 left to play in the first. Richardson kicks to Dragic. The feed to Stoudemire. Not enough on that one as it misses. Cleveland's gone 3 of 6, 50% from deep so far tonight. Picked by Mozgov. Dellavedova kicks to Mozgov. There's Freak. Soft touch off the glass. Freak's got his first 2 points.
If you battle for the offensive rebound and come up with it, you're guaranteed a high-quality shot on a follow just like he got there.
And there's the pass to Winslow. Good ball movement here by the Heat. Johnson kicks to Richardson. That's in there. Johnson with the assist.
How in the world did they let him get that wide open?
And here's Freak out left of the wing. Here's Dellavedova. On the wing, Shumpert. The rebound by Johnson. Miami's gone 4 of 5 from three-point land to get things going here in the first. Dragic dishes to Stoudemire. The alley-oop. It's deflected. Well, it's been a high score. And now a chance to hear from Chris Bosh about what it meant to him to become an NBA player, the fulfillment of a lifelong dream. What a great cut. Stoudemire's checked in for Whiteside. Johnson comes in for Chris Bosh. Winslow's checked in for Luol Deng. And it's Dragic in for Richardson. Freak, he's in at the point. Amon Shumpert is out there with Channing Frye. Then it's Matthew Dellavedova. And it's Mozgov in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the 5 for Cleveland right now.
That's a perfect up and under there. That's textbook.
The Heat have shot just 1 free throw earlier. 1 for 1 in the game.
Yeah, and fairly decent a season ago, about 77% from the line.
D-Wade playing well. He has 8 points, and he's tacked on a couple of blocks today, too.
And they've been important to the team. Even if it's only a couple, it's helped them establish a defensive presence inside.
And it's Shumpert penetrating. From downtown. And it's Freak missing. Miami's gone 6 of 12 from outside. A very nice 50% mark. Shooting the 3-ball well. Stoudemire, and that is good.
Good ball movement. He put that pass in the ideal spot, right where it needed to be.
Now here's Freak. Not a lot of room. Dishes it to Fry. Picked by Mozgov. Dellavedova, the pass to Freak. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Dellavedova. Freak's got his second basket of the night. Now here's Wade. Defense is right there. Mozgov with the steal. With 1 on the clock, and that's not going to go. And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half.
Well, I'm with Eric Spoelstra.
And it's been a back-and-forth game so far with no... Dellavedova comes in for J.R. Smith. And Freak subbed in for Kyrie Irving. And a new group in for the Heat. Stoudemire's checked in for Whiteside. Johnson comes in for Chris Bosh. Winslow's checked in for Luol Deng. And it's Richardson in for Dwayne Wade. On the floor for Miami, Dragic is out there with Richardson. Then there's Johnson. Then it's Winslow. And it's Stoudemire in at the center, filling out the middle. Outside Dragic. Here's the teardrop. And good on the basket. Book it. Dragic has got it all tied up now for the Heat.
Man, he's having quite the quarter, converting at a really high percentage.
Here's Dellavedova. Richardson covering. Back to Love. LeBron James on the wing. To the paint. Here's Fry. And he gets it to go.
Some big points there. I mean, they got him on a nice play to get the ball right to the bucket.
And exactly what they're looking for down the stretch, Clark. Just more of the same.
And he's got his first chance at the line here. Free throw, no good for Fry. Miami's gone 2 of 2 from long range in the third quarter so far. Johnson kicks to Winslow for the lead. Great D that time from James. Cavaliers have gotten 6 of their 12 shots to drop for him here in the second half so far. Freak dishes to James and taken away by Johnson. 51 seconds left to play in the third. And they had their chances. 2 offensive rebounds, but they still come up empty. Freak kicks to Love. Passes it to Freak. Lets it go from 11. Miami grabs the miss. They want to keep rolling here following the win against the Thunder.
Proficient in that game at the offensive end of the floor. I mean, their passing was dynamic and their shot selection was superb.
You do those two things hand in hand, Greg, you know the result. You move the ball like they did and take smart, good shots, you're coming away with a lot of wins.
4 on the shot clock. Here's Johnson. It's blocked, and they force the shot clock violation. Great team.
And you can tolerate gaffes like that sometimes, but in a close game, man, I tell you what, that really hurts.
Here's Dellavedova. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. And at the close of the third quarter, still a close game, and both teams putting up points in a hurry. Cavaliers lead by 2. And thanks for joining us again as we get set for the fourth quarter. A different look now for Cleveland. Love comes in for Shumpert, and Freak subbed in for Irving. The Heat also changing it up. Winslow comes in for Luol Deng. And it's Johnson in for Goran Dragic. J.R. Smith and LeBron at the 2 and 3. Kevin Love out there with Tristan Thompson. And it's Freak in at the 1. So that's who's on the floor for the Cavaliers. Wade with it, picked up by Love. Bosh, and he takes that one up and powers it through.
Make it 2 hands for safety. That's what they say, right, Kevin?
Yeah, that's right, you got it. And he was ultra safe with that dunk.
No reason not to be.
And guys, as he should be, remove all doubt on that attack.
What a stellar outing in this one for Thompson. He's got 12 rebounds and 2 rejections. He is in complete control of this game.
Clark, you're on the money with that one. It's all going his way.
And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for the Cavaliers.
So far, they've turned in a fantastic performance from the three-point line. It's been a weapon all game.
And also, their second chance points have been a story all night as well. But that's just pure effort and hustle.
Goran Dragic is checked in for Johnson. And I think Doris Burke has something for us right now. Doris?
Guys, over that last break, I listened to Eric Spoelstra address his team. He laid out the X's and O's and told them, we're still alive, guys. We've just got to work together, trust each other, and play our backsides off. Kevin, we'll see if they've got enough in the tank to get over the top.
LeBron with it. Wade picks him up. LeBron passes to Love. It's a pick by Love. And it's Smith penetrating. And it falls over the rim and in.
You can't afford to get him that kind of a look.
Well, you know, he came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you got to do a better job of fighting over and through that.
And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket's good. He'll go to the line. That one misses for Dragic. And so it's Cleveland with it. And they call the 8-second violation. Too much time getting it up court.
My fault. My fault. Timeout call for the Heat.
Now here's Winslow. Pulls up. Money! And so they choose to intentionally foul.
No choice but to foul there, but he's probably the last guy you want to see on the line.
But there was no time really to be selective. Stopping the clock was the priority.
First free throw is good, and that increases their lead to 6. And a tough break is his second attempt at the line. No good. Dragic with a wide open look from outside off the mark. No good. And so it's Cleveland winning this one. They didn't make it easy on themselves or their fans. But Clark, in the end, everyone's satisfied.
Yeah, you know, it looked like
Thank you, Kevin.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Hi again, everybody. This is Ernie Johnson, joined by Shaquille O'Neal and LeBron James.
Well, this win was really, really needed.
And that'll do it for tonight. For Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal.
Man, CC, I'm beat. Another long day, and we have a big game this weekend.
Yeah, I hear you, Freak, but don't forget, we still gotta get up early in the morning tomorrow so we can get a few extra shots in before school.
Right. Well, then I probably should finish my homework.
Hey, hold up. Homework? Nah, I know we can think of something better to do than homework.
Oh, hold on now, son. You got homework to do? You need to get on it. You too, Victor. Now, you know I don't like the idea of these early morning workouts. You need your rest.
All right, Pops, I know.
Pops.
We got it.
Right.
Swish.
Man, that was your line.
Oh,
my bad.
Here we go.
Cut. Your line. This year, NBA 2K16 will take a new approach to your My Career Story. Expand your world of something bigger and better than ever before. There's a lot more of being a great baller than what you see in the court. High school, college, choosing an agent, getting drafted, developing a personal brand, and family. The precious start of Shazam!
Frequency vibrations. Well, you know that little dance he does? He came out doing that.
Freaking and vibing?
Oh, my goodness. Freaking and vibing. Yeah.
We met working at the post.
Let's do this, young man.
Yes, sir.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome Frequency Vibrations. Welcome aboard, young man. Welcome aboard.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hey there, and thank you for joining us on 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson. This NBA season didn't take long to get interesting, but these two gentlemen have always captured our interest. Say hello to Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Hello, Kenny.
Hey, how are you?
Hello, Shaq. Our game tonight featuring the Cleveland Cavaliers as they go up against the Atlanta Hawks in their house, Phillips Arena. Looking at the Hawks, a win tonight would make it 3 victories in their first 4 games of the season. That would be a nice little run to start the year. Already in this new year, we've seen several teams establish themselves as frontrunners. Shaq, how hard will it be for them to keep up the momentum?
Ernie, it's a long
Thanks for joining us live for NBA basketball on 2K Sports. Along with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan. It's all about the Eastern Conference. That's where the action is today as the Atlanta Hawks get ready to battle. This their first... And for Atlanta, they come in off a good outing against Charlotte.
And were able to overcome what was a really poor shooting night. And you're not going to be able to win with a percentage as low as theirs that often unless you defend.
No style points earned for sure, Greg, in that game. But they did hit the big shots when they needed them. And oftentimes it's not what you do as much as when you do it.
And it's Freak missing.
So far on the glass, it hasn't even been close.
Yeah, they're taking it to him. It feels like they've gotten every loose ball.
Cleveland leading by 9. 1:35 left in the first quarter. And Fry kicks to Mozgov. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. It's time now to look at the NBA's toughest defensive teams from a season ago. In third, the Cavaliers.
I mean, they held opponents to so few points that it allowed them to win games even when their offense wasn't clicking.
That free throw, no good. And he's good on the second. The Hawks trail by 10. Inside. Humphries with the bucket.
It really does make the game easy for your teammates when you can lead them to the rim that well with a pass.
Puts it up from 15. They get the rebound. And so they foul intentionally.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but certainly doesn't justify it. And even then, it's just not a good play.
Splitter to Bazemore. Splitter passes to Splitter.
And they've done a nice job controlling the defensive backboard to start this game.
Not one second chance bucket allowed. That is finishing off good defense.
Bazemore got his first point.
And that's how the coach would draw it up on the fast break from start to finish.
Yeah, and what a finish it was, guys.